Hey, what's up, truck fans? Justin here with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we're diving into the MBRP Armor Plus Race single exhaust setup available for your 2021 and newer 5-liter powered F-150. Now, you should be checking out the Armor Plus system from MBRP for your Coyote powered truck if you're looking to go big on a budget. And what I mean by that is expect big sound, big tubing, and big warranty thanks to the full stainless build, all for right around $600. Now, as you guys heard with our sound clips at the top of this video, the MBRP single shooter race version is really bringing the heat here with a lot of volume and a lot of bark, but more importantly, a nice, deep, earth-shaking tone. That's easily one of my favorite things about this and other MBRP systems. Now, if you go to our customer review section, a lot of those guys in there will kind of echo what I just said. Deep tone, loud volume, so just keep that in mind and check out some of those reviews if you haven't done so already. So what does this all mean on the Wake the Neighbor scale? Well, I'm gonna go Armor Plus 4-inch system here with the race version, solid 4 out of 5 on my 1 to 5 or 1 to Wake the Neighbor scale. Now, this system is very aggressive, don't get me wrong here, but I think the deeper tone overall kind of keeps it out of that 5 out of 5 territory. Now, the MBRP system here does have a little noise inside the truck while cruising, especially under hard acceleration. I will say that noise tends to kind of fade, if you will, above 60 miles an hour while cruising. But just keep in mind, guys, this thing isn't the most quiet system out there, so certainly expect a little bit of noise inside the cab, and also caution for heavy towers out there. Any system such as this that is aggressive will find some extra sound under load, so definitely keep that in mind. Again, if you tow heavy often and you're not really looking forward to a lot of boom inside the cab, just be forewarned that that kind of thing certainly does increase sound levels inside the truck if you are going to be towing a bunch. Now, getting into our construction segment, and this system, the Armor Plus here, is MBRP's middle of the road offering, thanks in part to the full 409 grade stainless steel build. Now, this is a very solid material that I would have no problem recommending to truck owners in all 50 states, largely because that 409 grade stainless is still robust enough to fend off corrosion long term, and MBRP certainly agrees, as they tend to back their systems here, their full stainless systems, including this one, with a limited lifetime warranty. But materials aside, this system is packing that bigger is better motto here, thanks to the massive 4-inch mandrel bent tubing throughout, leading into and out of your high performance race series muffler from MBRP here certainly is responsible for shaping that sound and allowing all of that volume to come through on your Coyote power plant. Finally, guys, the exclamation point, if you will, here with this system is going to come in the form of this equally massive 5-inch tip made from premium 304 grade stainless steel. It does feature a rolled edge here, slash cut tip, stamped with the MBRP logo, and that is, again, I'd say the cherry on the cake, if you will. Now, the kit does also come with some really nice band clamps. All of the hangers are welded in your factory location, and even your 2-bolt flange here necessary to connect the system to your factory downpipes. Now, moving into pricing here, guys, and this is where the MBRP systems really do punch above their weight class, in my opinion. Case in point here with the Armor Plus, you're getting a full stainless system, 4-inch mandrel bent tubing, and a rocking tone, all for right around $600, which, if you've browsed our selection a little bit here, you'll notice that this is one of the better deals in the category when we're talking a full stainless name brand system at the end of the day. But now we're going to switch gears and get into the installation segment, guys, and the site is going to call this one a middle of the road, 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. That's pretty standard in the land of exhaust, and figure about a couple of hours or so to knock out from start to finish. But now, to give you a better idea of what to expect in the garage or driveway, let's throw it out to the guys in the shop for our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown.
For this install, you will need an impact, a long extension, 10mm swivel socket, 8mm Allen socket, 15mm socket, 17mm wrench, hanger removal tool, and also not shown here is a pole jack or a jack and jack stand. What's up guys? Today we're going to be doing an exhaust on our F-150, but before we get started, we're going to send you to watch a short video on how to remove your factory setup, and we'll see you when you get back.
Start by grabbing your 13mm socket and undoing the 2 bolts at the flange. Next, take your exhaust hanger removal tool and get the muffler out of the isolator. Next, we're going to slide our exhaust towards the tail end so we can get them out of the 2 additional hangers, and then we're going to drop the whole exhaust as a full. I grabbed a buddy to help me out with that.
Alrighty guys, welcome back. Now that we've shown you how to remove your factory setup, we can go ahead and begin installing our new system. So first what we're going to do is grab our mid pipe and we're going to connect that to the flange, reusing our factory hardware, and then we're going to hang our first hanger here. We're going to use a pole jack to support this before we can put our muffler on. So we're going to go ahead and get that side in place, get our pole jack up, support that, go ahead and grab our hanger clamp, get that in position so everything is nice and supported, and then we'll go ahead and move on with our muffler section. So one thing to note here, this does have a slight bend in it like our factory one, and we want that to come out over the crossbar and go down just as the factory one did. Now we'll go ahead and get our flange lined up, get our factory hardware back in, and go ahead and just snug that down for now. Now we've got those flange bolts hand tight, we'll go ahead and install our hanger clamp on this side. So we'll get our hanger through our isolator first, and then we'll go ahead and attach it to our clamp. Go ahead and push it this way. We're going to squeeze in on this clamp and hook the clamp part in. Now that we have that on, we'll go ahead and get this on our pipe here. Slide it back for now, just like so. So now we'll slide our muffler slip joint onto our mid pipe here, and then we'll go ahead and move our pole jack underneath this to support it, and then we'll snug down that clamp using our 15mm socket on our impact. Now we'll go ahead and snug our clamp down, again using our 15mm socket on our impact. We're not going to fully tighten it yet to allow for any adjustments we may need to make. So next up is our muffler outlet section. So we'll grab one of our provided clamps, slide that over our slip joint coming out of our muffler, and then we'll go ahead and grab our outlet section and put the hanger into the factory isolator and slide that into our slip joint here, and go ahead and snug this clamp down again, same deal. So now we come back to our factory setup because we're going to need to remove this isolator and swap it over to our new system. So we'll grab our hanger removal tool and go ahead and pop this out. So now we're going to go ahead and add another provided clamp to our muffler outlet section, and then go ahead and install our factory isolator on our hanger, so when we get this back up into place, we can go ahead and bolt it back in using those factory 10mm bolts. So now we can get our over axle section in position and slide our slip joint over our muffler outlet section. Go ahead and bolt this isolator back up. We'll go ahead and reinstall one of our 10mm screws here. And we'll line up our other one and get that back into place. Now we'll tighten those 2 factory screws down with our 10mm swivel socket and extension on our impact. Now we've got our clamp in position on our slip joint, and we'll go ahead and snug that down, again with our 15mm socket. So now we're going to come back to our flange here and tighten down this hardware, and then we'll tighten down our clamps along the way, make sure everything is snug and not hitting anything, and then we'll go ahead and install our tip. So we've got our 15mm socket on our impact and a 17mm wrench for our hardware on our flange. We'll go ahead and tighten that down. Now we can go ahead and install our tip and get it lined up and sitting how we want, and then we'll tighten it down with this retainer bolt here using an 8mm Allen socket on our impact. We're just going to have this with a little bit of stick out and our slash cut facing straight up. Alrighty guys, that about wraps up our review and install of our MBRP Armor Plus single exhaust system race version with side exit for your 21 to 23 5-liter F-150 excluding the Tremor. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.